You wanna help me? Say, welcome to the vlog. Say, welcome. Okay. Alright, I feel like I need to point you down a little bit. Hi guys, and welcome to a new writing vlog. Nano week 2. This is post her nap, post lunch. So I was able to already write about 1,300 words today. Which is pretty good because it took me a minute to calm down enough because I very nearly got into a fender bender. Car accident sounds, it would have been just a fender bender. Not as bad as a car accident sounds, but I have seriously never slammed on the brakes as hard as I did. 2 cars in front of me couldn't tell that somebody was still in the road, I guess, until they were right up on them. And then they slammed on their brakes when we were going about like 35, 40. The person in front of me slammed on their brakes, but apparently not hard enough, not fast enough, because they ran into the person in front of them. I hit the brakes so hard that my phone slammed, like it was sitting in my lap, and it shot forward and slammed on my foot, which was on the brake, and it cracked my toenail. My big toenail, so my big toe is like killing me. I somehow stopped, and I swear if I had gotten out, I would have been a hair away from that car because it looked like I bumped into them. Like I was like, I don't know how I didn't bump into them, but I didn't. So thank goodness. And of course Isla was in her car seat just like chatting away to herself like nothing had happened. Okay. How am I supposed to film in this environment? Is this what you wanted? Go nuts. I was a little like, I had an adrenaline rush after that, so it took me a little bit to calm down enough that I could even write. So I drove the rest of the way home, and then I felt like I was sitting there. Isla had just passed out, and I felt like I was sitting there like felt like I needed to get out and like go on a run or something. So I somehow still managed to focus enough to write 1,300 words. So then today I figured I would try to dictate with Siri and see how that went. Or maybe not with Siri, maybe just dictate on my phone. We'll see what ends up being the best. I know with iPhones it pauses after, I was gonna have you setting up there, but someone's being a little turkey. Sometimes it times out. I think Siri will time out. I don't know if the Google keyboard will time out or the Swift key, which is what I usually use. I don't know if that's gonna time out either, so I figured I would try a few different options, but I was gonna do it while she was playing outside. So we'll see how that goes. You know, we frequently have jets flying over, and I have a neighbor who is like 30 feet away that's doing yard work, so it might be a little weird to try to dictate when he's standing right there, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try it anyway. New angle because I feel like I need to sit down. I redid my pacemaker goal to be, originally I had wanted to write more on the weekends than on the weekdays, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be able to happen, or that's going to happen. So and then Sunday I really need to be editing these vlogs, and then if I find more time to write on Sundays, then great, but that would kind of only have to be a bonus. I don't have a goal for Sunday now. So Sundays are off, which means I have to write a little bit over 2,500 words, I think, or about 2,500 words per day. And that's with no other days off other than the Sundays during the month. So like Thanksgiving, I didn't put that I was taking it off, which this is the first time we're gonna be staying, we're not gonna be like traveling for Thanksgiving. So hopefully I'll still be able to write on Thanksgiving Day when we're kind of like going over to help cook and, you know, join family for Thanksgiving. But yeah, I had to totally redo that because the second day I think I was already off on my previous pacemaker kind of daily word goals. Anyway, I'm gonna go try to do that dictation kind of thing. I haven't dictated in a long time, so I'm just probably gonna use headphones and then try to dictate while I'm watching Isla, and we will see how that goes. You could do it all day, but mommy drags you away. Let's go play outside so mommy can write. Oh, and last night I had a bug crawling on my leg underneath the comforter, and I was like, something's crawling on my leg, and I turned on my light and I looked down, and it was a probably about this long thin centipede. I was gonna say crawling up my leg, it was racing up my leg. Kind of flung it off and then it disappeared. And then we couldn't find it and spent about 30 minutes in the middle of the night trying to find this bug. So yay, perks of RV living. Sometimes you gotta deal with bugs. Okay, this clip is too long. I'm gonna go try dictation. She was literally just playing outside for about 2 hours and I wanted to update really quick. I'm covered in chalk dust. Dictation didn't go quite as planned or quite as well as I had hoped it would. There's just some quirks with doing it on your phone that just aren't working just yet. You are so cute. I can't take it. You're so cute. But I'm gonna keep trying. I wanna see what I can do because it would really be helpful if I could utilize some of the time during the day that I'm with Isla. Like if she is playing outside, that's a time when I can on and off interact with her, you know, kind of like guide her in playing. But then the rest of the time maybe I could be writing. So I don't know if I should also just record, like voice record myself and then do a transcription of it later. I've never done that and I kind of feel like it would be a little redundant. Like it wouldn't save me any time, you know, because later I would have to transcribe it. So yeah, I'm just still not sure. I want to find a way to make it work though. So I keep you updated on that. Oh, but I did, so I basically half wrote just on my phone and then half dictated about 950 words. So I think I'm up to about 2400-ish for today. I feel like pretty much every vlog, I just have my hair back. I'm about to go on a run in probably like 30-ish minutes. With my mom, but making Isla some pancakes for like a late lunch. But while she was napping, I did some 20-minute sprints and I did one on the Nano, like Twitter NaNoWriMo sprints page. I did not think that I would be doing any, or I hadn't planned to do any at least, so, but I'm pleasantly surprised by my progress with those sprints because I did maybe like 3 sprints I think, and every time my word count got a little bit better. So I think towards the end I was on pace to do like the 1K in 30 minutes, 1,000 words in 30 minutes. But I go for 20-minute sprints because that is like the sweet spot for me. 15 minutes isn't long enough, 10 minutes is really not long enough for me to like get into a groove, I guess. And then 30 minutes just feels like too long. But in total today I've written over 2,500 words. And yesterday, wait, did I update yesterday? I don't think I updated with my total word count. I'll put that here. I'll put yesterday's word count right here. And then well, I feel like it's gonna be back to back, and then I'm gonna put today's word count. Or maybe like the total words. Maybe I should do like words written that day and total words. That's probably what I'll do. I didn't do that last vlog. But anyway, yesterday I posted on Instagram stories. I was like, I'm officially caught up, like woohoo. I wasn't, I'm not. I was looking at the wrong graph. Yesterday, I think I was still, wait, today, I think I'm still about 2,000 words behind. Last night, I did like a little bit of writing before bed, which I don't normally like to do because just, I think looking at the screen, trying to get my brain like running, if that makes sense, it takes a while to turn my brain back off. So I don't usually like to write at night because then it takes me absolutely forever to fall asleep. But I think depending on her nap, look just how cute she is. Dual wielding crayons. You're quad wielding crayons. Maybe more than quad. But that will dictate whether or not I can get a little bit more writing in tonight, so I can catch up. I started writing and I was like, oh yeah, I want to write one point of view, finish that one, and like go through the whole book, like all the scenes with that character, and then go back and do another POV character, but I already can't do that. The reason I was able to do that with my last book, one, there was only 2 POV characters. This book has 3, so it's a little bit more intricate. And then 2, I was already halfway through writing Step 2 when I did that. I had already drafted half the book when I decided to just go ahead and finish out one POV and then switch to the other one. So I think I had made it through kind of like a lot of the reveals that have to happen simultaneously, and for me it's just really hard to keep track of like this scene, this character knows X, but they're about to find out Y, and then the other character reveals Z, which affects blah blah. And, you know, it's to keep track of like, oh, this character is speaking to another character who hasn't yet found out what they found out. I guess it's more like if the POV I'm writing in hasn't yet discovered something that I know another POV character has already discovered, it's hard for me to separate those, and then I know I'm gonna have a difficult time going back and writing the other POV character whose story intertwines with that one. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but basically it just confuses me too much to keep the story straight. I've never been one that can like jump in, like I had to write the story in order from top to bottom. So that's what I'm gonna do. I decided to switch that yesterday, back to just writing top to bottom instead of hopping or like finishing one POV. All right, I'm gonna finish making her pancakes, peel that baby a cutie, get her fed, changed, ready to go on a run. And I hope it doesn't continue raining. It is 4 o'clock and it is so gloomy outside, like so dark. The sun goes down. It is almost down right now. Like, this is ridiculous. Isla and I are finishing lunch and I wanted something sweet. We bought this the other day and I was like, oh, the popcorn will help, you know, make sure it's not too sweet with the pretzels, which I don't like pretzels, but I eat them in here because the popcorn is basically kettle corn dipped in milk chocolate, drizzled with white chocolate. And then there's like candy pieces in there too. Like Reese's. This stuff, I can't stop eating it, but it is disgustingly sweet. Anyway, Isla had an appointment earlier today, which is the only reason why I look presentable at all. And actually, let me pull up my pacemaker really quick because I have not updated in, I think, 2 whole days. So 2 days ago, I wrote, let's see. Yeah, I think it's this one. I wrote 2,562 words, which I think brought me to about 8,600 words. And then yesterday I wrote 2,890 words, so almost 3,000 words, because I'm still trying to catch up, mind you, so that I can stay on, so that my daily goal will then be about 2,400 words, so that I can finish. But yeah, that means yesterday I broke the 10,000 word mark, which was, my total was 11,521 yesterday. So, today, this morning I was able to write. I woke up early, I wrote while she was napping. She actually has slept through the night 2 nights in a row, and it is just amazing the difference that that makes for my day and just how I feel in general, but I'm able to seriously produce twice as much. It's ridiculous. So this morning I think I wrote about 1,300 words, and oh, sorry, you can hear the air conditioner. And then I'm going to try to dictate a little bit while she plays outside again, because that seemed to work the other day. The air conditioner just kicked off and then it just kicked back on. What the heck? I have noticed, I do think this new keyboard is helping, but I have pretty bad joint pain in my fingers. I've got pretty much arthritic hands. I had my levels tested and my vitamin D is low, which they said can contribute to joint pain, so I'm trying to balance that to see if that helps. But until then, I'm gonna try to go back to dictating. I haven't dictated anything in years because it pretty much only works for first drafts, and I can type out my first drafts pretty quickly. So with my last book, I didn't really have an environment where I could dictate anyway. Now at least I can try to dictate during Isla's nap, but my dictation software, the Dragon Dictate that I had, is a really old version, and it's just not, it was kind of having some problems, I think, because of my computer. So I don't know if I want to try to put it on a different computer or what. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But for now, I figured I would try. They have like a Dragon Anywhere, I think, app for your phone. There's a 1-week trial, so I'm gonna try that, because the other day I told you that I tried like just with Siri, dictating with Siri. It did not go well, because when you're writing a fantasy book, you have names of places or people that are a little bit different, and you can't add your own words to like Siri, or I have a different keyboard. I have 2 different keyboards that I use. One of them is a Google keyboard and one of them is SwiftKey, and neither one of those I couldn't find a way to add custom words if you are dictating. So that didn't work. I'm gonna try this Dragon Anywhere. I tried it for a little bit while Isla napped. Earlier, she only napped for like 45 minutes, so I didn't really get a chance to fully test it out. But as you can hear, there's a lot of background noise with the air conditioner, so I would have to figure out, I'd have to try to adjust the temperature every day while I'm dictating so that it can hear me. Or I don't know if it was more of a signal issue with my mobile data, because it just kind of stopped. It didn't translate or transcribe, I guess, like certain chunks. It would do a chunk, stop, do a chunk, stop. So that like I had to go back and rewrite the whole sentence because it only took pieces. So that was with Dragon Anywhere. So I'm gonna try to, with the 1-week trial, figure out if I can really get that to work. If not, I am thinking of getting a Mac for Black Friday sales this year. And if I do that, there's a, like they have their own Dragon, just kidding. They have their own sort of Dragon Dictate with, I don't know if it's with Siri or what it is, but there's already one installed on Macs. So I might see if I do end up getting one, if I can use that and it's any better, because my hands just can't type 2,400 words every day. They hurt all the time. So I can feel them aching while I'm writing. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find a different solution. It is like a different way of writing, obviously, in that you have to speak your punctuation, and then just even the art of speaking your story instead of like mentally processing it and then reprocessing it as you type it. You sort of can only mentally process, speak, and then you almost don't get that chance to reprocess what you're speaking, where you can do that while you're writing. Like you can think like, oh, that's the wrong tense, or oh, you know, you can realize those things while you're dictating, but it just takes so much time to pause. So you can say select had been, and it'll select that, and then you can say has or whatever to replace it. But it's just, it takes a little too much time. So it's kind of like when you're dictating, you have to just go with the flow, just speak it out, and then you have to go back in afterward and like, you know, like with the keyboard, and then fix any mistakes that were made, that the software made or that you made. So anyway, it wasn't what I wanted to do. I like dictation because you can go so much faster, but lately I have been editing while I'm writing, and I can't do that while I'm dictating. I have to do it after, which is frustrating because I feel like I just started this new method that I've been liking of editing while I'm writing, which I usually don't recommend to anybody. If you're a brand new writer, I don't recommend it, but I feel like I have enough, like that muscle of switching back and forth between writing, like drafting, the creative side, and then editing. Do you want to bite? Say bite. So now I'm just gonna have to try to edit afterward at some point, which I don't like, but whatever. I'm just an old person now, so I got old lady joints. You gotta just go with the flow. Alright, I'm gonna try to do that while she plays outside. And hopefully I can get some more words in for the day, because I am almost caught up. I'm about 400 words from being caught up, and then I can just go back to writing 2,400 words a day. This is the current state of my NaNoWriMo. My hands hurt so bad, it's ridiculous. Like, especially my thumb, that like joint down there and right there. Like, all my fingers are really achy, but like my thumbs seriously feel like they could just snap. So Isla's show is on in the background, but let me flip you around. She has not gone down for her nap today, and I was gonna try during her nap to situate the Dragon Dictation. I was gonna try it on my old laptop to see again if it would work or not, because right now I'm just not liking the Dragon Anywhere. I don't know if I just need to try it with a better microphone. My good microphone I can't plug into my phone, obviously, so I am thinking I I don't know. If I get her down for a nap, I still want to try to work because I don't want to fall behind, because even just like regular, you know, like nano goal with like 67 words a day, that's a lot. If you don't get any words logged, you fall behind quite a bit. So for me, my goal right now is 2,400 a day, and yesterday I think I fell 400 words short of my goal, which means I'm still about 800 words behind where I need to be already. And then if I don't write it all today, it's gonna be 2,400 more words, which is a little discouraging, but my hands are killing me. I can't type and Isla's not napping, so yeah, I'm kind of like stuck. Even with the keyboard, this keyboard, like the new ergonomic one, I think that's helping. My joint pain is just a lot worse now than it was in April. In April I noticed I was having some pain, but it wasn't like this. Yes, my shirt's inside out. I might just try to take like a day off, even though I know I'm gonna fall behind. Maybe I can try to catch up this weekend and just literally ice my hands. I know whatever I have is not helped by inflammation, so I'm just gonna see if icing it helps. I've been taking lots of omega-3s, I've been eating healthier, I've been taking my vitamin D supplements, which I really hope will eventually just kick this in the butt and it'll go away. And I won't have to worry about typing because, yeah, like I said yesterday, I really want to be able to edit while I write, and with dictation, I don't really know if it's going to be worth the speed. You know, like I think when I was dictating before, I got up to like 3,000 words an hour easy that I could write. But you also have to go back, and like I said, since I want to edit, it's kind of what I want to avoid is the editing. I want to reduce the amount of like pure editing by as much as I can. So that is more reminiscent of regular editing, so that I'm not editing as I'm writing, if that makes sense. It's an easier pill to swallow if it's while I'm writing. So if it's just editing on its own, it's a harder pill to swallow. So I'm just gonna have to try it, quit whining about it, just do it. And then try to come up with a solution. That's kind of a little frustrating to me though, is that I feel like my nano is being paused by this, and I'm having to try to find a solution while I'm trying to struggle to catch up. And I know I'm gonna be slower with dictation, so I'm not even going to be reaching those speeds of 3,000, 4,000 words per hour that I used to reach. I think I used to reach more than that, but I can't remember. But I know it's gonna take a little bit of time for me to get back in the groove of dictation, and it's just kind of like a different process when you speak the words, because most of us aren't used to speaking the words that we want to type. It's kind of more just in our heads, and then you have to speak punctuation as well, so you kind of have to like have a mental map in your head of what it would look like. And dictating fast means not looking at the words so much, like reading the words as they appear on the screen. It's kind of just making sure the words are appearing but not reading them. Maybe I can try to find the solution today but not write. So I can pause my writing, spend that time trying to find the solution, making sure it still works on my laptop, the Dragon Naturally Speaking. I think I have the version 13. All right, my left hand feels like an icicle, so I'm going to change to my right hand because they both hurt. Hi guys, so I figured I would close the vlog out here. I feel like this week started off strong and then it just kind of petered out. My joint pain just kind of got the better of me, and then that killed my motivation, and then I'm still trying to figure out a solution for the dictation problem that I have. So I think I just want to get my microphone from the storage unit this week, but that's like future plans. That's next vlog. So for now, I will put an image here that shows my pacemaker progress for this week. And as you can see, like I said, I started the week out great. I was catching up, and then it was just like 2 or 3 days there where yesterday I didn't even come close to meeting my goal. So I think right now I'm about 5,000 words behind. And one thing, I guess a positive takeaway from this week is sprinting. I've like fallen back in love with sprints again. I think in April, I didn't really do much sprinting because it was kind of just like, I think I had more motivation. Like I had that, like, I just want to get this story out, and I would write as much as I possibly could. But for this one, I have been not struggling, I guess, but it's just helped push me a little bit to like, okay, focus, get the words down, don't kind of like let your mind wander to the next scene or whatever. So it's helped me focus quite a bit. And as you can see, it was almost like there was a small dip, what I thought was a bigger dip than it actually was, but it seemed like there was a bigger dip where my words per hour, that's what the chart shows, seemed to dip, and that was when my joint pain kind of hit the hardest. So it still pretty much feels the same. I am trying to ice it all the time and trying to, you know, do all that stuff, but it's just, I think I need to have those breaks with the dictation to help me out. So that's the plan for next week, but it unfortunately just affected this week that I couldn't, you know, follow through with that plan. Like that was my plan for this week too, but I just couldn't kind of get to it. Yeah, I'm behind for this week, even more than I was at the beginning of the week. I think I was like 2,000 words behind at the beginning of the week, and now I'm 5,000 words behind. But I just passed the 15,000 word mark today, and I have so far written about 1467, not about, I think that's exactly what I hit today so far. This morning I was able to wake up, I slept through the night last night, it's the first time in a while, but this morning I was able to wake up early and I was editing this video, so that kind of took away from my writing time too. Sacrificing the Sunday writing time so I could get some, so I could edit my videos. But at least I did get some editing in, because before I had Sundays as 0 days, so I'm trying to get ahead. Let me know in the comments if you're behind as well. Or if you're just killing it, just, you know, drop some like motivation, inspiration down in the comments, because I know there's probably about half of us who are behind, and that's totally, I'm not letting it get me down, I guess. This week was a down week for me, but I'm kind of just like, okay, next week is a new week. I'm just gonna try to solve my dictation hand issue, jump on the dictation bandwagon, and then see if I can catch up during the week. And then pray that Isla naps and sleeps through the night so I can write as much as possible. Alright, I am going to make some dinner. We have a HelloFresh box. I think I'm making pasta with chicken or something. Oh, and I went on a run also today. I just always look like I'm gonna go on a run, or I have just finished a run. But that's pretty much the only times I update now. And yeah, it almost killed me today. So uphill in the hot Florida weather, blazing sun. It was just uphill both ways basically. And I was pushing a stroller. Seriously, I feel like I had like a heat stroke. I stopped sweating. I'm still super hot and I am not sweating. I mean, that sounds like just the remedy for my joint pain, right? It's to kill myself on a run. I hope you had a great week. If you had a down week, don't feel down about it. I say down week as in it wasn't didn't meet your expectations. Maybe you didn't meet your goals. Don't let it get you down. Next week is a new week. Just keep pushing, trying to do as much as possible, because in the end, like today I hit 15,000 words. If I didn't push myself like this, I wouldn't be even close to 15,000 words. And my phone died mid-inspirational speech. But anyway, don't feel down about it. We'll just keep pushing, and any new words to your manuscript is a positive. If you set a goal, like you want to reach 50,000 words by the end of the month, but you only write 10,000, that's 10,000 words that you wouldn't have written. And if that's like your same normal pace and you're like, well, I wanted to push myself even harder, I'm sure you still learned something. You're learning something during this month that, oh, maybe morning, you know, writing doesn't work as well for me, or like typing is not working for me, so now I need to sort of switch to dictation. It's still a learning process, and you would have had to take that time to learn it regardless. So I hope you have a good next week, because it'll be a week before I see you again. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I get this dictation wagon station going and I have a more positive update next week. But follow me on Instagram if you want more kind of like sprinkled tidbits during the week. Both of the air conditioners just kicked on, so yeah, they had to show their faces before I ended the vlog. Alright, I will see you in next week's video. Bye.